Give our true freshmen a real look to see where they're at on special teams, offense and defense, to see the guys that are going to have a chance to help this year. Also, the emphasis was on some veterans that we feel like have improved. Really give them a good look and see what they can do. Started out our practice with a special teams period. We went live field goal just like we did last Saturday. We're trying to get as much depth up front as we can, and then of course get the work on the block also. We went kickoff versus kickoff return. We got 2 good reps of that, and just trying to figure out the pieces of the puzzle, who's going to be on that. We had 2 of our returners, John Franklin and Noah. They were the 2 that got the returners today. We went 10 punts, and I just really wanted to give our punters a chance to show what they could do. I thought Ian Shannon had a good day today. We put a lot of pressure on him, and he did a solid job with that. Then we had a 3rd down period. Our ones on ones, our twos on twos, and then we had a couple 2-minute scenarios. Of course, yesterday in practice we introduced the 2-minute scenarios, but there's nothing like being in the stadium with officials and everything with that. And it's also great for the coaches just to get the different scenarios, making sure the players understand the coaches' expectations and all that. And I thought there was some good work with that. Then we went ahead and started the scrimmage part of our practice. We put the ball down. Ones did some. We got some reps with our ones. Like I said, it was majority probably 2 driven. Number 2 driven and young freshman driven, but got some good work. I thought the offense did a good job today. They had some explosive plays, and thought they rebounded from the last scrimmage. Our defense also did some good stuff. I believe they had a safety and had 1 interception. I think all 3 quarterbacks threw touchdowns in the course of the scrimmage too. So overall, it was a good day. No major injuries. That's always something that this time of year you're concerned about. So overall, I thought it was a very solid day. Questions?
Are you starting to have the answers you want from Sean at this point?
After today, that'll be 2 scrimmages. It'll be good. He's done a good job, I'll tell you that. He's done a lot of good things.
Is there any concern with the interceptions he's thrown in these scrimmages, guys?
I really can't remember the first scrimmage. I don't know exactly. Can't remember who exactly threw it today. So I don't know where you're getting that information.
Gus, how close do you feel like you are in making that decision on the quarterbacks to become in the next couple of days?
This is a evaluation scrimmage. There's no doubt. I'll get with all 3 sides of the football, and we'll have some personnel discussions. I'm not ready to stand up here right now, really, with any position and tell you that we're ready or we're close. But this, obviously, having 2 scrimmages, we got a lot of information.
Gus, talking to Tim Thursday, he said you guys got a pretty good battle going on.
Talking to who?
Tim Horton.
Okay.
The 3rd team
Yeah.
running back spot. Did you get some looks at those guys today? How did they do?
Yeah, all 4 of those guys, got an opportunity to really test them, and got a couple series. It was a couple drives that, we're always looking for how they respond after maybe the 4th or 5th carry of a drive. And I think most of the guys got an opportunity to show what they could do. Of course, there's a lot more to playing running back than just running the football, the protection part and the check downs. And like I said, one of our emphasis, that Chip has really tried to make an emphasis is, the running backs being more part of the passing game and the check downs and all that. So, but we got some good information, with those guys today, and that was by design too.
How much did go ahead.
Dad, freshman. How's he doing so far?
Yeah, he got a very good look today. He got, got quite a few carries to show what he could do. He made a couple good runs, and, of course, my big deal is ball security. I think he protected the ball pretty well today.
How much did Sean White look at the first team offense?
I think Chip had it pretty much equal, with him and Jarrett today. Both of them got reps with the 2s also. And then Malik got reps with the 2s and the 3s.
You like what you're seeing from Prince Taggett at left tackle right now?
Prince got a lot of work today. So, when I said the veterans, a handful of veterans to really get the majority of the work, he was one of those guys. And, he's a very talented young man. He's just inexperienced, and just really wanting to give him another scrimmage type situation with a lot of plays just to see how he reacts and all that. But I'm real proud of where Prince is right now.
Do you like the way Braden looks at guard?
We know how Braden looks at guard. I mean, obviously with two years. I mean, he's a very versatile guy, and I know Herb is kind of mixed and matched guys from time to time, and Austin Golson's also played some guard at times too. So, we'll start settling in, fairly quick. And like I said earlier, I'm not ready to stand up here right now and tell you for sure dates of anything, but we'll start settling in an offensive line sooner rather than later.
How valuable is a guy like Darius James that can slide
Yeah.
from left tackle to right tackle?
Yeah, you're talking about a senior, that started at left tackle, and he also can play right tackle, and I think that's very important, because when you have injuries, I mean, a lot of times you still want to try to keep your best five on there, and the guys that can play multiple positions, boy, that really helps you in the long run.
Gus, with the added week in camp, is there kind of have to adjust to it in terms of, well, because this long into it,
Yeah.
a year ago, you probably had to been making final decisions.
Yeah.
But you still got 3 weeks to go.
Yeah, we still got 3 weeks. You're exactly right. It's been a little bit different from that standpoint, and it's been a little bit different, having an off day, and just we're longer camp, so strategically we got to be smarter, So we have the off day that's off day, then we have the Thursdays that we hadn't been practicing, but we've been walking through and meeting and everything with that. But as far as decision making, it could be a little bit different, with that.
How's the competition at Buck coming along? Just to talk about it.
Yeah, it's coming along good. I know, Rodney's trying to get, some depth at that position. And I think, all the guys we rotated in at times have played well. So just trying to get more consistent. And, Jeff Holland obviously is a guy that, is a guy that's a veteran guy that, we have a lot of trust in.
Did you guys hold out Kyle Davis today?
There was a few guys that we did hold out, but that was by design too, to give some other guys, some looks.
Trey Matthews and Daniel Thomas among that group that held out.
I believe they didn't participate. And our defense, our first team defense was missing some guys today, but like I said, that was by design to get some of these guys that are either older and get opportunity to show what they can do, and the freshmen too.
John Franklin kind of struggled with ball security at the quarterback position last year. Where is he at that with wide receiver and more?
Well, when you're a quarterback, you're touching the ball every day, and when you're a receiver, you're just touching it when they get it to you. So I've not seen an issue. There's not been an issue up to this point in camp as far as that goes.
Is there any question or concern about Daniel Thomas when he could return from his injury?
No. Whitlow is the only one. He had an ankle issue this week. He's the only guy that will have a chance at not being ready for the first game. Everybody else will be ready for the first game. Anytime you have camp, and we've been getting after it. I mean, it's been very physical. That's been by design too. And you're going to have guys banged up from time to time. You'll have a couple guys you want to hold out just to get them healed up or whatever. But we expect everybody, but possibly Whitlow. He had an ankle injury, but everybody else we're expecting.
Honestly, about timelines, is all the assistant coaches said they'd like to start figuring out their depth charts this upcoming week. The same for you at every position, including quarterback?
Well, you like I said, we're going to have personnel meetings, after this second scrimmage, and I'm not ready to put a timeline, but I mean, kind of common sense is you'd like to start putting the pieces of the puzzle.
When do you plan to meet with the staff?
I'll do that either today or tomorrow.
This time of year, it's kind of odd at practice. Players might not have the eagerness. Are you seeing some guys leaders step up?
Yeah. Yeah, one thing about our guys, they've come ready to practice. We've not had any of those days that you had to kind of give them a pep rally, and they practice. It's been hot out there. That's good. Getting used to it. That mental and physical toughness, that edge that we always talk about. I mean, this is part of it. But I've been real pleased with the way our guys responded, and they're hungry. And I said that before we got started, and still feel that way right now.
Are you beginning to
Garrett finished spring pretty strong. Has he continued to play that well this fall so far?
Yeah, he's done a lot of good things. He's a talented young man, and you know, he's probably, you know, carried it on in fall. I've been very impressed with Sean White, and I think if you ask Chip, I mean, you know, Sean's like a coach on the field. He knows, you know, knows offense inside and out. And Malik Willis, I mean, he is a guy that I'm real happy with. I mean, he's been throwing the ball very well. He can extend plays. He can really run. He's one of our best athletes on our team. So, you know, right now I'd just say the depth at our quarterback position, like I said before, has just really been confirmed. And, you know, I know Chip would say the same thing.
You guys starting to sense some separation at the quarterback spot there?
I'm not ready to say that yet. Like I said, we'll meet and we'll let you know. I'm not ready to say it right now.
Because you got two veteran guys, and Jared and Sean. Any other year, has Malik Willis performed well enough that you'd probably feel good enough to throw him out there?
No, I think that's fair to say. I feel very good about him, and the fact he was here in spring too. You know, that really helps. So we got a lot of information with him. He's really matured. You know, there's playing quarterback is not just all about going out there and playing. There's a lot more to playing quarterback from a leadership standpoint and setting the tone for practice and everything, studying extra more than other positions. And, you know, Chip really challenged him after spring, and he's answered the bell. So, yeah, we feel very good about him.
With that being said, Coach, is it a situation if Malik keeps playing well that you can see a package?
Yeah, I'm not ready to even go there. I mean, I'd like the starter to be the starter, and you know, I'm not ready to even go my mind there.
You don't come across enough data with Byron Cowart to kind of sense if this is going to be a good spot for him, his three technique?
You know, I think so. I think he's settling in, and I think in the spring he started settling in, and it's like anything else. You get more reps at it, the better you're going to be. And you know, he's shown times that, you know, he can rush a passer from inside pretty efficiently.
Can you talk about the wide receiver group, how they're doing?
Yeah, you know, that was one thing that I probably should have said at the first of the scrimmage. I thought our wide receivers, the young wide receivers, really responded well. They had some explosive plays, and a couple of them caught the ball and made something happen after they caught the ball, broke some tackles. So, you know, it's just a matter of that group just taking that next step, and that's what we challenged them. You know, last year a lot of them played. They were very inexperienced. They were learning on the job, learning on the go. Now they've had a spring, and now we're in the middle of fall camp. They got to raise their level as a group. And today, as a group, I was pleased with them.
Did the top two running backs get any reps there?
They did, not full tackle, but they did as far as the 2-minute, as far as the third downs and everything that goes with that.
Is Ethan taking command at punter at this point?
He had a good day today. So I was real happy for him because we a lot of pressure was on him. This was a time that we challenged our guys, you know, in front of you know, our coaches and our players at the stadium, and he responded well.
Coach, what's not full tackle?
Yeah.
What's not full tackle? What does that mean?
What's that?
Not full tackle.
When you tackle on the ground. I mean, you tackle on the ground. And, yeah.
Gus, Darius Slayton, a guy that has been around the program for 3 years, but how have you seen him mature? Because physically he looks a lot better.
Yeah, Darius is one of the old guys. You know, him and Ryan Davis, they're really the two older guys of the group. And Darius is a mature guy. He's a very competitive guy. And you see him getting better and better. He's real tough on himself. He wants to be good, and I think that's very important.
Yes. Rodney's kind of well-known, I guess you would say, for his coaching style. Could you just talk about him and what he brings to the staff?
Yeah, well, I mean, he brings a lot of experience. He brings a lot of toughness and edge. I mean, you know, here at Auburn, you know, we pride ourselves on being mentally and physically tough, and we're blue collar. And, you know, he does a good job of extending that to our players. And, of course, you know, our other two coaches that were Auburn players, too, I mean, they understand that, too. So, you know, I think it's very important that we have guys, and all three of those guys have won SEC championships when they were here. And I think that really is important. You know, been there, done that. It just automatically demands respect for those guys as coaches.
Anything else?
All right, thank you all.